morning, my name is Nicole and I will be doing my presentation on labor unions. So looking into the future, let's say you guys are in your future job, career, whatever you want to say. Hopefully you guys never do get fired, but on the off chance that you do, you guys would want to know, or you all would want to know why you got fired. You guys wouldn't want to be left in the dark, right? So this is your job and you do have the right to know. And according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, a union survey in January 2015, 14.6 million people belong to a union, and this could include any of your family members, friends, or family. And just because they don't work for a union directly, they could be supported by a union. So what makes me credible about this topic is I believe that unions are good for America, and I do have family and friends that do work for a union, like Teamsters. I don't know if you've ever seen them, or the IBEW, which is International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. And hopefully throughout my presentation you'll realize why unions are good for America and your own benefit. So I will be talking about job security for non-union workers, the process of termination for both, and added benefits for union workers. To begin, I will be talking about job security. So have any of you ever been laid off from a job? Hopefully not. So when it comes to non-union employers, there's no guarantee of your job, there's no security there, and they necessarily do not need a reason to lay you off. They can just go up and say you're fired. And there are California laws that contribute to this. There's a California system called Employee at Will, and according to Mark Harcourt, a lawyer for human rights and democracy, in the June 2012 Journal of Business Ethics, states that this system allows employers to fire you without giving a reason, or like if they don't like you or they don't like the way you're doing things, they can fire you. And this EAW allows this and allows them to get away with it. Now that I have talked about job security, I will talk about the termination process for each one. So like I have said before, with non-unions, they don't really need a reason to fire you. They just kind of tell you you're fired, give you your final paycheck, and that's it. There's no debate, there's no discussion. And when it comes to unions, according to Business Management Daily on November 12, 2009, there are 5 steps that comes with the termination process. The first step is your supervisor kind of gives you a warning and notifies you of like what you're doing wrong, and they try to resolve the issue. And if that doesn't work and you're still continuing to do the same thing, you're given a written warning in your personal file. And the third step is if that doesn't work either, they give you a final written warning. And the fourth step is they notify HR, and HR kind of gives like the final say. Your supervisor, anyone you work with, doesn't really have the final say. It's all up to HR. And there are some cases that you could go to court and plead your case. So as you can see, the termination process for a union is a lot longer and complicated. That's why they're considered to have more job security than a non-union. So now that I have talked about the termination process, I will talk about the added benefits. So according to Michael Yates, an economic and labor educator, in 2009 monthly review, there's a 14% wage increase. So not only is there a wage increase and the pay is better, he also states there's a 28.2 health insurance increase, of 53.9 pension, 26.6 vacation, and 14.3 holidays. So that means more health benefits, pension, vacation time, and you get more holidays off. And according to Lois Tenrich, a professor at George Mason University, in the 2007 Journal of Applied Psychology, there is a lot of, besides the benefits, there's, the work environment is a lot better because they show that they care about you, and when they care about you, the employees tend to work harder because they show you appreciation, and with that, they tend to be more committed to you, and you want to be committed to them as well. So not only is there added benefits, there's like a better work environment. And I don't know if any of you ever worked at Walmart. I mean, I haven't, but I heard stories, and I know they don't really treat you very well. And I think that's a big impact because they're not supported by a union, so they can necessarily do what they want and get away with it. And finally, now that I have talked about additional benefits, I will conclude and say that hopefully now you have a better view of unions, and now hopefully you realize that it's better to work for a union rather than a private company. And first I talked about job security with non-unions, then I talked about the termination process, and then finally I talked about added benefits and a work environment. So closing, if this opportunity ever did arise, I would suggest that you did take the opportunity to work for the union, because I wouldn't advise you or talk to you about something that I wouldn't see myself involved in.